Metabolism, the basics of microbial energy. Let's begin by understanding why microbes need energy and how they get it. Microorganisms, like all living things, require ATP, that's adenosine triphosphate, to power their cellular processes. ATP is the cell's energy currency, and microbes generate it through different metabolic pathways depending on their environment and oxygen availability. Aerobic respiration, the efficient engine. In aerobic respiration, microbes use oxygen to fully break down sugar. This process is highly efficient. For every molecule of glucose, aerobic respiration produces up to 38 ATP. The byproducts are carbon dioxide and water. Think of this like a clean-burning fire. Oxygen helps extract maximum energy from fuel. This process includes 3 key steps. 1. Glycolysis. Sugar is broken into smaller molecules. 2. Krebs cycle. Energy-rich compounds are formed. 3. Electron transport chain, where most ATP is produced. Mini review 1. Q. How much ATP is produced by aerobic respiration? A. About 38 ATP per glucose molecule. What are the end products of aerobic respiration? Carbon dioxide and water. Anaerobic respiration. Less efficient, still powerful. When there's no oxygen, some microbes can still perform respiration by using other molecules like sulfur as the final electron acceptor. This process yields 20 to 24 ATP, still respectable but less efficient. It also uses glycolysis, the Krebs cycle, and electron transport, but the end products vary depending on the molecule used. Mini review 2. Q. What molecule do some microbes use instead of oxygen in anaerobic respiration? A. Sulfur or other non-oxygen acceptors. Q. How many ATP are produced? A. Between 20 to 24 ATP. Now fermentation. Barely getting by. Now let's look at fermentation. This is what microbes use when oxygen or alternative acceptors aren't available at all. Only 2 ATP are produced per glucose molecule. It's inefficient, but it allows microbes to survive. The end products vary. Some microbes produce lactic acid, others produce ethanol, acetone, or other acids. Fermentation only uses glycolysis, with no Krebs cycle or electron transport. Mini review 3. Q. How many ATP does fermentation produce? A. Only 2 ATP. Q. Does fermentation use the Krebs cycle or electron transport? A. No. It only uses glycolysis. Lactic acid fermentation. Let's go deeper into one fermentation type, lactic acid fermentation. Here, pyruvate is converted to lactic acid. It happens in muscle cells during heavy exercise and in bacteria used to make yogurt and cheese. This buildup of lactic acid in muscles can cause soreness and fatigue. Alcoholic and mixed acid fermentation. In alcoholic fermentation, yeast turns pyruvate into ethanol and carbon dioxide. This is what makes bread rise and creates alcoholic beverages. In mixed acid fermentation, the byproducts include multiple acids, often smelly or toxic, found in microbes that live in gut environments or spoiled food. Mini review 4. What does yeast produce during alcoholic fermentation? A. Ethanol and carbon dioxide. What is mixed acid fermentation known for? A. Producing multiple unpleasant acids. Fermentation and human health. Fermentation has real health impacts. Lactose intolerance occurs when people lack lactase, the enzyme needed to digest milk sugar. Undigested lactose gets fermented by gut bacteria, causing gas and bloating. Autobrewery syndrome is a rare condition where gut yeast ferments sugar into alcohol, raising blood alcohol levels even without drinking. Mini review 5. Q. What happens in lactose intolerance? A. Undigested lactose is fermented by bacteria, causing gas. Q. What is autobrewery syndrome? A. A condition where yeast in the gut produces alcohol. How we use metabolism to identify microbes. Metabolism isn't just survival, it's a diagnostic tool. In labs, we identify microbes by their metabolic behavior. First, we gram stain the bacteria to check the cell wall. Then we test if they use aerobic respiration, rely on fermentation, produce specific byproducts. Different species have unique metabolic fingerprints. Oxygen use and tolerance. How microbes use oxygen. Organisms fall into categories depending on their relationship with oxygen. 1. Obligate aerobes need oxygen to survive. 2. Obligate anaerobes, killed by oxygen. 3. Facultative anaerobes, can live with or without oxygen. 4. Aerotolerant anaerobes, tolerate oxygen but don't use it. 5. Microaerophiles, need a small amount of oxygen but too much is toxic. Mini review 2. Which microbes die in oxygen? A. Obligate anaerobes. Q. Which microbes can switch between oxygen and no oxygen? A. Facultative anaerobes. Why oxygen can be toxic. Even though we breathe oxygen, it can be dangerous at high levels. In the 1950s, the U.S. Navy tested pure oxygen for divers. They found oxygen over 30% concentration can damage cells and organs. That's because oxygen creates toxic byproducts like free radicals. To fight this, cells use antioxidants and enzymes to clean up the mess. Enzymes like catalase and superoxide dismutase break down harmful oxygen byproducts. Plants and humans both rely on these systems. Growing anaerobes in the lab. In labs, we test microbes' oxygen needs. Strict anaerobes are grown in oxygen-free chambers. Microaerophiles need just a little oxygen. We simulate environments like open wounds, deep tissues, or the gut to culture these microbes. Understanding oxygen tolerance helps diagnose infections like tetanus, botulism, gangrene. Mini Review 7Q. What lab technique is used to grow strict anaerobes? A. Anaerobic chambers or jars with no oxygen. Q. Why is oxygen toxic at high levels? A. It forms byproducts that damage cells unless detoxified by enzymes. In conclusion, why this all matters. Understanding microbial metabolism helps us diagnose infections, design treatments, improve food production, understand human health. Energy pathways, oxygen tolerance, and fermentation aren't just biology. They're vital tools in medicine, diagnostics, and biotechnology. Final quiz 1. Which type of respiration is most efficient? Aerobic respiration with 38 ATP. 2. What's the main issue with fermentation? Very low ATP production, only 2 ATP. 3. What kind of microbes are killed by oxygen? Obligate anaerobes. 4. What rare condition turns sugar into alcohol in your gut? Autobrewery syndrome. End of audio lecture. Microbial metabolism and oxygen use. Let me know if you'd like this turned into a voice